Bro, you don't want to die. You want to live differently. Hey again, in case you don't know me, my name is Pierce. And I make videos like this because there's something inside of me that I'm trying to fill. A void, you could say. A void that's been there for as long as I can remember. Okay, so as I was saying, you may not know me, but yeah, my name's Pierce and I was depressed for a long time. I know you can't tell from my swaggy demeanor and my aura, but once upon a time I was a very sad young man. And much like you, I'm guessing you're probably in a position where you don't believe things are ever going to get better. Like, you probably feel like the way you feel right now is how you're going to feel forever. Like, you can't imagine not feeling how you feel right now. And if you are in that space right now, I just want to give you a bit of hope and a bit of perspective. More perspective than hope, to be honest. I don't want to fool you because this shit is not easy. But I do want to give you some perspective. And sorry if you can hear the airplanes, but yeah, just want to give you some perspective and understand that you are living right now in the results of your past actions and your past behavior. And I know this sounds very boring, very fatherly, but it's just the truth. Right now, you don't like your life simply because you've made choices that have led you to living the life you live right now. And until you take that first step towards being accountable and being like, okay, yeah, it's true. Uh, my life kind of sucks because I've made bad decisions. Until you're able to do that, nothing's going to change. Nothing changes. And I know maybe you're saying, oh, but it's not my fault because this happened and then that person did this and then I had no choice. I had to do this and my parents fucked me over because they did this and whatever. Okay, now what? If that is the case, now what? Are they going to be the people that come and fix your life? No, they're not. They're moving on. They're doing their own thing. Right now, it's just me and you. And after this video is gone, it's just me and you. You're the one that's going to have to make decisions, make the tough decisions that are going to make your life better or worse. That's the fact of it. Anyway, so until you're able to take accountability for the fact that in the past you made decisions that have led you to where you are right now, nothing's going to change. And I like to refer to this as radical accountability, which just means that you have to take everything that's right and wrong in your life right now as being your fault, basically. Let's say, for me, for example, right now, I've just moved into an apartment with my fiance. Like, we've just bought an apartment. That is my fault. Because, well, I wouldn't say fault, but we've done that because we did things to put ourselves in a position to have enough money to save up to buy this place. Actions, consequences. I invested my money, let that money sit for years, and I use that money to buy my house. That's a very basic version of accountability. But let's say, for example, right now you're in a position where, you have no friends. You have no one in your life that really cares about you. You have no one in your life that is really invested in your story. It sucks. I know what it feels like. But how about this? Instead of being like, well, everyone just fucks me over. People are fake. People are this. People are that. Sort of accept that. I'm okay. There's definitely been times in my life where I had opportunities to make connections with people that I did like, that I did have a connection with. But there was something about me that didn't allow me to go out of my way to actually make those connections. Maybe I have a bit of shame, or maybe I have a bit of reservations due to my past experiences that have led me to, maybe not be as friendly, not be as open, not be as welcoming. So yeah, the reason I probably feel like this is because I've made decisions in the past. Period. Like, if you're able to do that, you are going to make massive changes in your life. Because the harsh reality is most people aren't doing that. Most people aren't accepting that literally 90% of their reality is based on their past choices. So as I said from the start, you don't want to die. You want to live differently. You want to live differently. That is it. But you have this little inner voice that's telling you, you know, maybe it's your ego even that's saying, fuck everyone else, man. Like, I'm not changing. I know I'm right. Everyone else is wrong. Let's be honest. How likely is that? How likely is it for you to be the one person that's right and everyone else is wrong? Every time you enter a new environment with new people that have never met you, they all have an agenda against you, right? Because you're so special. Exactly. Doesn't sound very realistic now, does it? The much more possible and realistic situation is that you are allowing your past experiences and your past beliefs to influence everything you do. When you enter a room, you're not a new person because you are continuing to live the same way that you think you're supposed to live, based on maybe the way you were treated in school, maybe the way you were treated by your parents. You enter rooms and you're not just a new person who's into the room. You're the guy that used to get bullied in school. You're the guy that is insecure around other people. You're the guy that doesn't respect himself enough to actually stand up and speak his mind. Now, listen, I know I've kind of just been a bit harsh there with you, but let's be honest, you probably needed this. So I know when I was in your position, I needed this as well. I needed someone to just be honest with me. Say, hey, man, stop feeling sorry for yourself. The reason your shit is fucked is because you fucked it. It might not have been who you are today, but it was probably who you were last year or the year before that. Now that you're aware of this, the next logical step is to be like, okay, let me start to make different choices. If maybe you're someone who is like an underachiever, like you know you have a lot of potential in life, you know you're capable of a lot of things, but you kind of hold yourself back because you're scared to stand up and be seen. Start to accept that, okay, maybe I need to stop listening to this inner thought and this inner critic that tells me to be quiet, that tells me to be small, that tells me that I don't matter. I need to do the opposite of what they're telling me. Even just as an experiment. Let's say for the next week, every time my brain says, oh, don't say that, oh, don't do that, don't talk to them, I do the opposite. Right now, you're probably thinking, but oh, that's scary. What if that happens? What if that happens? Listen, that's your inner critic again. They're trying to control you. They're trying to control you. They're trying to keep you in this level of comfort that you hate. Because let's be honest, our brain is addicted to comfort. Even if that comfort is our version of hell. At least it's our hell. At least it's a familiar hell, I would say. That's what our brain thinks anyway. But you have to accept that if you want to make any changes in your life, you're gonna have to override your brain. You're gonna have to override it because it's gonna tell you to minimize yourself, to play it small, to play it safe. That's be parts where you just say, no, fuck it. No. This is my one life that I get. I am choosing to live it the way I want, regardless of what this little traumatized kid in my brain wants me to do. Because that's what it is. It's that inner critic that a lot of us have. A lot of it is just like that inner child who was really scared. Maybe that inner child who was neglected. Maybe that inner child that was always told to shut up. Maybe that inner child that was always told, be quiet. No one wants to hear you. I'll go away. You're annoying. And that isn't who we are anymore. That isn't who you are. That's not you. And every time you allow that inner child to make decisions for you, to put you in positions that you don't want to be in, you're simply strengthening that bond that you have with that inner critic and that inner child. When really, we are both aware that you listening to that voice has not been helping you, man. It hasn't. What you need is the courage to really stand up for yourself, to be seen. And that comes with holding yourself accountable. Acknowledging that, okay, my life is the way it is because I've made bad decisions. Now it's time to make better decisions. Because I don't want to die. I don't hate my life. I just hate the choices that I've made and that has given me the life I have today. Well, as true as that is, what's also true is that I know that I'm capable of loving my life if I make decisions that I love. If I make decisions that lead me closer to becoming the type of person I want to be. Simple as that. That's something that I've molded my whole life around the last 5 years, trying to, on a daily basis, make the choices that lead me towards becoming the type of person I want to be. And on that journey, you discover so much about yourself. Because the truth is, you don't learn anything when you hide from the world. You don't learn anything. I spent years of my life in my room watching YouTube videos about stuff, theory, how to be confident, how to be an alpha male, how to get all the girls you want, how to be the most strongest masculine man in the world, whatever, all that bullshit. Pointless. Because I didn't learn a damn thing. The biggest teacher in this world is life, experience. Go and do things. Go and try things. Go and talk to people. Go and make mistakes. That is where life actually happens, not in your room. Okay. Hope you found this useful. Hope you have a bit more perspective of maybe that you're in a dialogue and maybe times that it's feeding you bullshit. And yeah, just know I'm here for you as your virtual big bro. And if you need me, my details are down below in the description. So speak to you soon, man. Keep your chin up. It gets better when you get better. Peace.